say Netanyahu is dead, 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 Netanyahu is dead. No, he's still alive, he's not dead. As most of you would wish that he's dead, he's not dead, he's still alive. Who are those people who are wishing Netanyahu to die? In fact, most of the people who support the Islamic regime of Iran, and why are they supporting the Islamic regime of Iran? Just because they are not happy with what Israel is doing. But what Israel is doing would have been done much worse if the Islamic regime of Iran would have given an opportunity to be where Israel is. Yes, Netanyahu, who is just defending Israelis, the Jews, whatever you want to call them, Israelis, the Jews, whatever you want to call them, he's just defending them. Why is he defending them? He's defending them over or against the people who have sworn a lifetime agreement and commitment to completely destroy Israel. Yes, we've had several times under the command of Ali Khamenei, people chanting death to Israel, death to America. And they're so serious about that. They're not just chanting because they want to do that, like because they think they should do that, but they're chanting it because that is what they want to do. Young people and children grow up knowing that the US and Israel are their arch enemies. There's no any other enemy in the world if not Israel and if not America. And to them, destroying America and Israel will be their first priority. And that is why Netanyahu has to come in and try to make sure that they are trying to do their best to make sure that Israel is no longer under a threat of any person around the world, and the US is not under threat of any person or from any person around the world. And it's happening as most people never expected. Lies here and there, it is a military strategy. Propaganda is always a military strategy. And the issue of saying that Netanyahu is dead is not a political strategy. Yes, if most of the Israelis believe in that, they will stand against their government because the leader that they hope will lead them to the war is no longer there. And they will feel like they are lying unto us. It's not us what is happening, what we thought or what we think is happening within the Middle East or within Iran. Remember, Israel and the US are not fighting against Iranians. They are fighting against the Islamic regime of Iran, or the Irgc, Islamic Revolution Guard Corps. Yes, Islamic Revolution Guard Corps. That is what the US and Israel are fighting. These are the people who are not naturally Iranians. They are not Persians. They are people from Iraq and any other places. Islamic hardcore group from Iran and other places who came in Iran and revolutionized Iran and took Iran under themselves to enslave the people of Iran. And the Persian country, or Iran, that was a free country, became more of an Islamic country, not because they wanted, but because they were forced into that. Iranians have been calling for help, not once, for several times. And now, Trump comes in at the right opportunity to do what he does best. Yes, that is what Trump does best. To give the Israeli the needed help for them to do away to completely destroy the Islamic Revolution group in Iran. It happened. 2 days of protests on the streets because of heightened economy in Iran. Most people disappeared. Most were killed by the command of Ali Khamenei because they never wanted people to know whatever is happening in Iran. That is what happened. And that led to Israeli and the US getting whatever they want to use to get themselves to Iran. And by that time, people were calling unto help. And Trump said, go in, the help is coming. Go protest. Take over government institutions, for the help is coming. Yes, he did not lie. They took a long time than people expected, but it is happening currently. Now, things are happening on the ground. Israel is hitting hard. US is hitting hard. And the Islamic Revolution, Islamic regime of Iran is not just quiet and receiving without sending. They're also sending a couple of the things that they can send. Missiles here and there in Israel. They're hitting their neighbors. Anyone who has a US base around the Middle East, they're hitting it. As long as the missiles can reach that area, they're hitting them hard and so hard. It was expected. It's not something that is so new. But what the US has done and Israel have been able to do within that regime is more tremendous and so big than people expected. Almost all the leaders within that regime are gone. The only person remaining, but under critical condition, is the son of Ali Khamenei, that is Mojtaba Khamenei, who is remaining. Some rumors are that he's in a coma. Some rumors are that he has a broken limb. Some rumors are that the hand and the leg are gone. Some rumors are that he's in Russia. Some rumors are that he's nowhere to be found. And later, maybe early morning today, we heard the story that he might be also gone. That is what Israel and the US have been able. But any other military leaders key leaders within that regime have already been eliminated. They are no longer afraid to Israel, and they're no longer afraid to the US. And with this, because most people expected that the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to be dead, but we've had stories online, people saying that he's dead, others saying that he's not, people saying that he's dead, others saying that he's not. He came up with other videos that some people say that they're AI videos, they're not true, they're AI videos, they're not true, and all those stories. But late yesterday, early today in the morning, we saw him come on media and give a brief on what is happening in Iran and how far the US and Israeli bombardments have laid and where they are leading onto. And he said victory is home and the war might end soon than people expected. They know more. We don't know much on that because we're not on the ground. We only check on whatever we are fed with. But remembering that in military, misinformation or disinformation is a strategy, we also have to be careful with whatever we look into. And I think the AI thing is so much perfect in creating scenes that are not true. And for those who cannot differentiate those scenes, will think that everything is true. I know some of you will say that I'm a Zionist bot in Africa, as most of you have been saying. But the reality is, if the Islamic regime of Iran would be given the same military power that the US and Israel have, I don't think Israel will still be existing. And I don't think the US will still be existing. That is the fact. That is the truth. Why do we know this? Why am I calling this a fact? Because they have always been chanting so. They have trained their children to be so. They have trained their children to do the same. So this is not something new to some of us. It's something that was expected, and it's something that most people should believe in. Whether you support Israel or not, whether you support the Islamic regime of Iran or not, we are supporting what we call humanity. If the Islamic regime of Iran had just unalived over 30,000 people within the 2 days protest that was in Tehran on the ground Iran, what much can they do if given an opportunity and resources and military prowess and power? They will do much. Have they done much so far? Yes. All these years that Ali Khamenei has been leading, people have been dying. People have been dying. People have been persecuted. Some people have gone missing, never to be found, under the command of Ali Khamenei, just because you don't listen and you don't obey whatever he tells you. That is where radical Islam came in. All these people that we're seeing around, all these terrorist organizations, subgroups that we're seeing around the world, they are said to be funded by the Islamic regime of Iran as their proxy fighters. Wherever they need to do something somewhere, they send those people to go and do it. So maybe with the elimination of the Islamic regime of Iran and making sure the Irgc don't have funds, will maybe bring down some of the terrorism activities that have been happening, reduce the terrorism activities that have been happening around the world, because they no longer be facilitated with whatever they need to do, whatever they're doing. So it is, and it is what it is, and it is what it is, and we keep on watching, see whatever is happening around, keep you updated on the same. If you like what you're doing, simply follow us and hit the comment section. Leave your comment there and tell us what you think about this. You're free to bring in your abuses. You're free to do that. Just take whatever you feel you can take. It's still accepted, and we love you for that, because we all have different sources of information. They are good information or wrong information. Either way, it's still information, but the way you act with that information you have received is what is so much important in peace. And as for now, we'll leave you until next time we meet. Same place, same time. Bye.